Okay, so we just showed the first way that we could have rectified, excuse me, these images. So we'll just look at the other way that we could have rectified them. So we basically used a combination of using the insert map to get us into the right area, and then overlay the larger scale map onto the inside map, and then look for cadastral features and to really nail it down. And you can see we got pretty close. The other way to do it is to actually use these if there's coordinates on the map, then we can use those. But we actually have these known locations within the map. So we've got 1, 3, and 4, green, green, green. So if we just basically just destroy the rectification of this map, and we can do that by going into the folder, and we can just delete the orgs and the pgwx file, and that will basically get rid of the rectification. And then this map, we'll just remove it, and then we'll just add it back in. Okay, cool. And then it's going to appear up here, and then we can go feature display, and there's our map. And we had I think it was 1, 4, and 3. So this time we'll just go onto that, and there should be a snapping thing here. Use snapping. It should be. It's not letting us actually snap to that drill hole because it's a thing. But anyway, all right, and then zoom in, and then put that there, and then I'll zoom in. It's basically on top of it anyway, but that is fine. And then we can just check the underlying base map. It looks pretty good. Still looking good. Okay, all right. So that's the other way of doing it, using some like known points from the drill points. The third way that we could do it is if we actually had coordinates on here, we could select the point. Let's say this point here, we know, let's pretend that's a grid line. We know what that is. We can just click once, click twice, and it will just put the point there. Then in the map on 4, we can then just enter in the coordinates, like read it off the axis of the map. We'll just trash that. So there's 3 ways of doing it. 1, using the cadastra. 2, using some points, snapping to points of features we know the coordinates of, and then using the grid basically. Then as a cross check, we should always look to make sure that the cadastral underneath kind of lines up and makes sense. And then we can also check the scale. So we just use our ruler. We're saying that's 3 kilometers. So we can say that that's 3 kilometers plus 1%. Okay, so that's given us our map. And we've updated the georeferencing. So that's our georeference map now. And now we want to get off these sample locations. So to do that, you have your template geolocate surface samples file, which I just have in geolocate surface samples. So we'll just bring that in. It says it doesn't. Whenever you get this warning, always need to check. See, it's 1984 to GC S1984 to 66, and then you just want to check to make sure that whichever one you choose actually has some system opposite composite transform new. Actually, the difference between GCS 66 and 84 is basically inconsequential, so just go OK and close. All right, so now we've got this shape file, which has got a bunch of points in it, right? So we just want to delete those points out of it. So see how this delete selected is grayed out because we're not editing it. So we'll just edit the features and start editing. Just continue. Now we can trash all the points that are in the file, and we can see this editor toolbar thing has come up. So the editor toolbar has stop edit, save edits, bunch of stuff, snapping, a couple other bits and pieces, some more complicated stuff. But what we're interested in is these two over here, which is the attributes and the create features. So we want to open those two things up, and we'll just push that up there. So now we have the table, the map, the create features, and the attributes. So in here, in the create features, which we got to by clicking on this create features button in our editor toolbar. It's a bit protracted the way that ArcMap has this set up. That's why I'm just repeating myself, because I know it needs to be repeated. So editor toolbar, so we start editing. Edit features, start editing. Start editing, editor toolbar comes up. Editor toolbar, create features. Get the create features menu up. Click on the thing in the create features up the top. Click on the construction tools at the bottom to get the point. Then click on the point. And this is the point we just digitized that point, right? Sample ID 3265 3268 3263 3264. Zoom out, zoom in. This one. 3262. 3265. 3267. 3268. 3266. Okay, is there any more? Yeah. 3271. 3271. 3269. 3269. Okay. None more up there, none more up there. Okay, we've got those ones. So we'll just make this a slightly better kind of colour so you can see that where they all are. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am just going to click on this edit toolbar. I'm just going to highlight that one. Like, what is that sample there? I'm just going to delete it. And what is that sample there? I don't know where they appeared from. 3265. I'm just going to delete it. It may have been that my map was just not quite right. So we've got 6162, 65. That's 65. 64 and 63, 64 and 63. You also see they're appearing over here. So if you wanted to, once you've got all of these points on the entire map digitized, which it looks like we have now, we've got 11, and I think that was right, wasn't it? There was 11. So then what we can do is we'll actually just get rid of these graphic things. those green ones that we use for the drill hole. Just select everything. We've got 11 of 11 selected. Now in this attributes thing up here, right, what we can do is we can just select the top one, shift, and select the bottom one. And now we've got all of them selected in the attributes, and then we can set this source map to what was it, 789 or something? I can't remember. 796, and it was page 20, I think. And hit enter. Now you see it updated everything because we had all of them selected, but they've got to be selected in this attributes list. So now we can stop editing, save edits. If you stop editing, it will ask you if you want to save edits. So let's stop editing. Would you want to save your edits? Yes. Could not load data from data source. Okay, I'm just going to go okay and see what happened there. I was trying to load something and it couldn't find it, I don't think. Anyway, so we've got our samples, we've updated it. Now, if you go into the table, which we can do by going right click, open attribute table, it's already open, highlight that column, right click, calculate geometry, say yes, X coordinate, we want to use AGD 66 AMG zone 50, update the coordinates, north, calculate geometry, yes, do the Y, calculate the coordinates, perfect. Now we've got the coordinates, we've got the sample IDs, we've got the source map, got all the information. Now in the table, there's a little button here, table options. If you go down to here to export, this is going to export the table. So in output table, we want to just click on the button and change it to text file. Change it to R00796, page 20, surface samples. Make a note of where we're actually saving it. So I'll just save it in my downloads and call it .csv, and that will know to make it a CSV delimited file. Go OK. Don't need to add it to the current map, but what we do need to do is find it. So in documents, downloads, DEO 20 surface samples, open that up, and we will have a copy of the coordinates. So now in our DEO object, what we need to do is match these up to the sample IDs, to the assays. So we've got our sample IDs and we've got our coordinates in that, and then I'll just open up the DEO. I'll just pull. Okay, cool. So we've got our DEO object open, and we've got our 796 samples open. So these are in numerical order. So we'll just filter that and sort them in smallest to largest, and the numbers moved. And then we've got the coordinates, and we can just do a double check and just go 71, 70, 69, 68, 66. All right, perfect, cool. All right, so get rid of that. And then in our location info, we can say georectified from that. Cool. And then that is what we need to do. I'll stop the video there.